Hello, love. Welcome to Yoga Life with yours truly. I'm Amber. Thank yourself so much for taking time to be here, to be present and mindful. Your practice goes well beyond this moment, well beyond your mat. So thank you so much for doing this for yourself and others. Today, our theme is fix your focus. What we focus on, we move towards that. Lately, I have been focusing on some negative things, some sad things, and I realized I cannot sustain that. I cannot live that way. So I created this class as really a message to myself, and I hope that it inspires someone today. Let's begin on your back. Whenever you're ready, find your way onto your spine. And I invite you to stretch out and take up as much space as you possibly can. Maybe taking your legs and arms really wide, like you're laying in a king-size cozy bed. Allow some space between your shoulders and your ears. You might walk your shoulder blades underneath you a little bit. Allow the palms to face up. And take a moment to arrive here on your mat in this space. Notice how your body feels right now. How is your breath? Without changing your breath, notice where you're initiating your breath and how you're breathing. And notice your mind. Is your mind busy? Is it still and calm? Without any judgment, just notice any inner dialogue or chatter. And for today, we're going to focus specifically on our breath and connecting our bodies and minds. Whenever you're ready, gently take your hands to your belly and begin to move your hands up and down with your inhales and your exhales, deepening and lengthening the inhales just right underneath your ribs and your belly. On your inhale, your belly will press up into your hands, and on the exhale will fall in towards the ground. Let's take 2 breaths like that together. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. You might even want to sigh out of your mouth on the exhale. Gently walk your feet together. Pull the right knee into the chest. Take the right hand on the inside of the thigh and hook the hand on the outside of the foot near the pinky toe. If this isn't available, you can grab on the outside of the shin or the knee. Take the left arm out and pull the knee up and in towards the outer side of the right side of your mat. Your knee might even touch the ground depending on how open your hips are here. This is just the beginning of class, so take it slow. Play around with moving your foot in and out, up and down, inviting a gentle opening in that right hip, maybe even a little bit in the right hamstring. Continue to let your shoulders be really soft for one more breath. Bend the left knee. Place the right ankle on the left thigh for figure 4. You can take the hand on the right knee and press it away from you, and if that's enough sensation, stay there. Or you might pull the legs in, thread the needle, and interlace the hands behind the left thigh. If you want to rock from side to side, that feels good for me. Find what feels good for you. Release the legs, but keep the legs in the shape. Take the arms out into cactus or goalpost arms and allow this configuration to fall over towards the left, keeping the shape of the legs. The right foot might be placed on the ground and finding an opening in the outer band of the right leg here, glute. If your mind starts to wander, bring your attention back to your breath, continuing those deep inhales and extended exhales. On your next inhale, pull the knees back in through center. Unwind. Extend the right leg long and pull the left knee in towards the chest. Take the left hand on the inner part of the leg and reach for the outer part of the foot. And begin to play around on this side. Sending some breath and love into that left hip socket, left hamstring. Playing around with your stretching here. And take a moment to ask yourself, what have you been focused on lately? It might be something really amazing and life-giving and joyful. But if you'd like to change it today, think of one thing that you would like to focus on just for this class. And as you do that, pull the right knee in, place the right foot down, take the left ankle on top of the right thigh. You could stay right here. Maybe gently pressing the left knee away from your torso, or hug the knees in, thread the needle, reach behind the right thigh this time. And feel free to roll your ankles around or rock from side to side. Give yourself permission to really explore every single posture. Be present with every single breath and thought. And if a negative or self-defeating thought comes in, take a moment to reverse it and fix your focus. Release the legs and allow the shape to fall over towards the right. Try and keep the left shoulder blade down here. Focus on your breath moving in and out, especially in a twist. It gets challenging to continue breathing deeply. And it's just like that in life. Life throws us a curveball or a sadness, and it's hard to breathe sometimes. It's hard to keep your focus on something that brings you joy in life. Inhale, bring the knees back up through center. Place both feet on the earth. Reach the arms overhead, but let them fall onto the ground. Maybe you kind of wiggle your shoulders underneath you, and inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky for bridge pose. You may not want to go to your full expression, but if it feels good, find whatever expression feels good for you, whatever height feels good. And then begin to softly make hip circles here. Dropping the hips, taking them over to the right, up towards the sky, over to the left, down towards the ground. Let's switch direction and take it the other way. Looking good. Lift the hips up to the sky one more time. Exhale. One vertebra at a time. Take the hips down to the earth. And let's roll onto one side, whichever side feels easiest and coziest and accessible for you. And then slowly press yourself all the way up to a comfortable seat. Take your time. Grow your spine tall towards the sky. Allow a small opening in the heart, chest. You might even take your hands there and give yourself a little love rub. And then exhale, take the hands to the knees, and let's snake the spine from side to side. Get the shoulders involved, the neck involved. And if you like this, stay back and forth with this motion, or maybe begin to make big circles with your torso. Let your neck go with you. So when you come towards the back, lean back, find some space in between the shoulder blades. Let the chin drop to the chest. And then whenever you're ready, take it the opposite direction. The next time you come up through seated, take the hands in front of you. Let's find tabletop pose. Spread your fingers really wide, underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Begin to turn your fingertips away from each other. They might even turn all the way towards the knees. And then tuck your toes. Maybe walk the knees in just a little bit. And we're going to do a funky cat-cow here. So inhale, look forward, take the tailbone back, drop the belly button, the belly button. And then exhale, chin to chest, find some space in between the shoulder blades. Maybe lean back a little bit so you get a stretch in the wrist and the toes. Let's do that funky cat-cow 2 more times with your breath. One more time. Inhale, come back up, find traditional tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingertips point towards the top of the mat. Walk the knees together and then send the left foot back, toes to the earth, and then lift the left heel towards the sky. Hug in the core, dome a little bit through the shoulder blades, and find that left glute activated. Melt the right forearm down to the earth. Awesome. Bend the knee, pull the heel in towards the glute. We're going to draw big circles with that knee. Bringing it in, you might even graze the tricep. Swing it up towards the sky, back, and around. Notice how your core engages to help you with this movement. Let's take it the other direction. On your next breath, send the left leg back, heel towards the sky. Engage the left glute. Inhale. Exhale, pull the left knee into the left tricep. Hug the core. And then kick the foot out towards me. Bring the knee back into the tricep. Kick it all the way back. So we're drawing a big 90-degree angle here. It really helps if you say something like, yeah, when you kick your foot. Yeah. Or maybe just a ha, whatever feels good. Awesome. One more time. Pause when you kick the foot out towards me. Lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the leg back. Come onto both hands. And then bring the left knee into the left tricep. Step the left foot to the top of the mat. Walk your body forward for a big lizard lunge. And just for today, let the left toes go out towards the left a little bit. Left hand to the left knee. Press the knee away from your chest. Lean back a little bit. Maybe look over the left shoulder. If you have the flexibility, you could also come onto the right forearm for a little bit of a lower situation. A little bit bigger twist. Wherever you are, breathe. On your next inhale, press yourself up. Come back forward and then shift the hips back. Turn the toes towards the top of the mat here, the left toes. Flex the left toes towards the sky. You can take the left thumb into the left hip socket and gently press the left hip back, right hip forward for some length in that hamstring. Tuck the back toes, the right toes, and then straighten the back leg. So we have a big pyramid pose, but with the left toes towards the sky. And on the inhale, place the toes down, shift the weight forward, runner's lunge. We're going to go back and forth with your breath. Exhale, send it back, big pyramid pose, left toes towards the sky. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Place the hands, step the left foot back for a downward facing dog, a bulldog pose, a child's pose, whatever you love. If you don't know bulldog pose, you take your feet as wide as your mat and then walk your hands towards your feet till your heels touch. Maybe come onto the fingertips, but take all of the weight out of the wrists. This is my favorite. I call it the Shorty Dog Pose. But wherever you are, check in with your focus. Are you able to stay with that one thing that you chose at the beginning of class? Two more breaths wherever you are. On your next breath, let's find our way into tabletop. We're going to do all of that awesomeness to the other side. So take the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Walk the knees together. Send the right foot back this time. Inhale, lift the heel off the ground. Hug in the core. Dome a little through the shoulder blades and engage that right glute. Kind of squeeze the right glute. Melt onto the left forearm. Pull the right heel in towards the glute. We're going to draw big circles with that right knee this time. Inviting some opening in the right hip. take it the opposite direction. See if you can become so sensitive to the engagement of the muscles that are supporting you that you really feel the core working. Next time the knee comes towards the sky, extend the leg long, heel towards the sky. Inhale, squeeze that right glute. Exhale, pull the knee into the tricep, hug the core, and then kick the foot out towards me or away from me this time. And just take it back and forth with your breath, drawing this awesome 90-degree angle here. Finding some mobility in the hip, some tone in the glutes, the core, the arms. How's your focus, even when you're working a little bit harder than usual? Kick the foot out, pause, and lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My stabilizer and butt muscle is screaming. Kick the leg behind you, come onto both hands. Pull the right knee into the right tricep and then step the right foot to the top of the mat towards the outside edge of your mat. And walk your body weight forward for a lizard lunge variation. Take the right toes over towards the right, if that's okay with your knee. Right hand to the right knee. Press away, find some space between the chest and the knee. You might even look back at it, look back at it. You might come onto your left forearm. Try every variation that feels good for you. Keep some space between the shoulders and the ears. Slowly unwind, turn the toes towards the top of the mat. Hands to the earth. Exhale, send the hips back straight to that right leg. Toes come towards the sky for now. I like to lift in my spine. I like to tent my fingers. Your choice. You can also dive nose towards the knee. Take the right thumb on the right hip, gently press it back so we find the hips square to the top of the mat. Really finding that awesome opening in the belly of the hamstring. Tuck the back toes. Straighten both legs. Big pyramid pose, toes towards the sky. Inhale, come forward. Drop the hips a little bit. Runner's lunge. Heart shines forward. And then exhale. Big pyramid pose, toes towards the sky. One more time. Inhale forward. Soft shoulders. Exhale back. Place the hands. Step the right foot back. Downward facing dog, bulldog, child's pose, vinyasa. Find what feels good for you. Breathe. And let's all find a downward facing dog. And then slowly begin to walk your hands to meet your feet at the back of your mat for a big forward fold. This time turn the toes away from each other and slowly begin to bring the tailbone towards the earth for Yogi Squat. Elbows on the inside of the knees. You gotta rock from side to side if you like that. And just take a moment to feel anything that is blocking you or distracting you from a focus that is life-giving. Just imagine that it's leaving, especially your hips. Leaving your mind. That the breath is really moving everything out. From here, take the hands on the outside of the feet and we're going to rock back to happy baby. I'm going to turn so you can see that. So hands, once again, come to the inside of the thigh. Hook on the outside of the feet for happy baby. You can rock from side to side, straightening one leg and the other. Kind of like we started class. My hips are feeling so amazing right now. They get so tight. Notice what gets tight in your body when your focus is fixed on something that is bringing you down. Maybe you clench your jaw. Take the feet down to the earth. One more big, beautiful bridge pose. Arms can reach overhead if you like that, or hands can stay by your side. Bring the hips up towards the sky. Find your full expression, whatever that looks like today. Stay here as long as you like, or begin to bring the hips down to the earth. We're going to set up for Shavasana, corpse pose. You can come back to that big sprawled out king size bed posture, or maybe take the bottoms of the feet together, knees wide, for bound angle pose on your back. And all of that energy you've been putting towards fixing your focus and really honing in on your breath, allow that to be soft and effortless. And allow gratitude to engulf you here. Relax the muscle of your mind. Please keep your body very relaxed and bring your awareness to your mind. Did your mind get busy, or did it take a trip? When your mind gets busy, use your breath as a tool to connect to your body, to a focus that brings you life, that points you towards your truth, your authentic self. Whenever you're ready to move, stretch out long, like you just woke up, finding some space between your low back and the floor, and then bend the knees, roll onto one side. Pause here with a sense of gratitude for showing up for yourself today, knowing that when you show up for yourself, you can better show up for others, which creates more love and kindness in our communities and our world. So thank you. Slowly press yourself up to a seat. Take your time. Take the shoulder bones slightly back. For a small opening in the heart center, you might take the hands to that space and give yourself a little love. I hope if you've been in a dark place lately, or you've been so focused on something that is consuming you, I really hope today that this breaks you free. Bring the hands to heart center. Thank yourself so much for being here. If this video got you feeling some type of way, make me feel some type of way, subscribe, hit that like button, comment. I would love to hear how it's going with you, what your focus is now, and maybe what you're wanting to shift towards. I will see you next time. I cannot wait for that. Namaste. 4, 2, D. In.